Greetings and welcome to Yoga for Life. I'm Deb and it is Sunday, July the 12th, 2026. And as always, I'm so grateful that you join me for the timeless teachings of the mind, the body, and the heart here at Yoga for Life. And if you watched last Sunday's meditation, guided meditation, I apologize for all the background noise. I thought it was going to be a very quiet moment out on our balcony while we were over at the coast, so I apologize for that. But sometimes I think it's nice to just rock the boat and do something differently. So I hope you enjoyed it even with the background noise. So it'll be much quieter today since we're here back at the studio. As always, it's important to have some kalpa or a focal point for our meditation. And today's is to rise. And in Sanskrit, that is udgata, and that means to rise, to elevate, to prosper, to be positive, to connect to all things good. And thus, our mudra is the Ushas mudra, which is known as the rise and shine mudra that connects us to all things good. So we interlace the fingers and rest the left thumb on top of the right, palms facing up. To bring you out of our Sunday guided collective meditation, I will read or share with you Mary Oliver's poem, one of my favorites, Why I Wake Early, on that theme of to rise. And then I'll have a closing quotation as well by Howard Thurman, I believe. So as always, as David G. taught me long ago, and I teach you every Sunday, comfort is queen. So we need to take time to feather our nest, whether we're standing, walking slowly, sitting, or lying down. So let's take that moment of feathering. Always very important to have the physical body as comfortable as possible. And then once you're positioned, relax your shoulders down. Feel the lift from the feet, the legs, pelvic floor, core, and gently rock your head back and forth, finding that perfect point of alignment above the spine. And then rest the eyes, promoting relaxation of the face. Close the lips. Relax the tongue and jaws and connect to the breath. Taking a few moments to establish that all-important pranayama ujjayi. Deep, diaphragmatic breathing. Conscious of the breath, connected to the breath, comfortable with the breath. Effortless flow of the breath. No tension, no stress. Just letting all that evaporate away with the rhythm and the ebb and flow of your breath. And since our sankalpa is to rise, let's connect directly to the rise and the fall of the breath. So taking one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly, and feel the expansion of the abdomen as we fill the lungs on the inhale, breath rising, and then letting go and releasing. Rising and releasing. Rising and releasing. We'll do that 3 more times and just sigh it all out as you release, feeling the release of the abdomen and the lungs. So inhale through the nose, sigh it all out. And again. a third time. And then assuming the rise and shine mudra, ushas, connecting to all things good, interlace the fingers, rest the left thumb on top of the right, palms up. Relaxing the shoulders, staying connected to the ebb and flow, the rise and the fall of your breath, in and out, in and out, rise and fall, into the stillness, into the sacred silence. Udgata, to rise, to elevate, to prosper, to be positive, to connect to all things good. I Wake Early by Mary Oliver from her anthology, Why I Wake Early. Hello, sun in my face. Hello, you who make the morning and spread it over the fields and into the faces of the tulips and the nodding morning glories and into the windows of even the miserable and the crotchety. Best preacher that ever was, dear star, that just happens to be where you are in the universe, to keep us from ever darkness, to ease us with warm touching, to hold us in the great hands of light. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Watch now how I start the day in happiness and kindness. Why I Wake Early by Mary Oliver. Bring the hands into Anjali Mudra at the heart. We'll seal our weekly guided collective meditation with the chanting of Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Beginning with a deep inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti. Shanti. The longest journey you will ever make is the 18 inches from your head to your heart. And those are the words of Howard Thurman. Until we meet again, be well, be safe, and be kind. And again, I'm so grateful that you've joined me here at Yoga for Life for the timeless teachings of the mind, the body, and the heart. Namaste.